Hi everyone, so lesson 14. Today we are going to do a watermelon picture, so let's go. Okay, so first things first, I've drawn out my rectangle. Now I'm going to draw my watermelons. So I'm just going to randomly place them. Like so. Okay, so you can put them where you like, in whatever angle. Try not to make it too uniformed, although it can be difficult. I think I might have half of one coming out of here. Okay, so there you have it. So I'm going to use some felt tips to start with. And initially I am going to do the rind first. So that's going to be a nice dark green, like so. Okay, remember, like I've said in previous posts, that it's really good to turn the page around to get the best angle for when you're drawing or colouring in. Manipulate that page so it's easier rather than getting your hands in a muddle. So there we have it, there's the rinds. And I'm going to use 2 reds. Okay, so first one's here. So I'm using a slightly lighter one first. And the rind to watermelon has a white rim or a really light green, but we're going to leave it white. Like so. And then I'm going to go over and add some shading marks with a darker red. Okay, and then on that one we need to then add the little pips. Like so. Okay, so there's my first one. Come back to me in a second after I've coloured in the rest. Okay, so I've coloured them in. I'm just going to put the pips in on the watermelon. Okay, just wherever you want, as many as you want. Like so. Move that one up so you can see. Bit of a big one. Okay, so then what you can do is we're going to add some little pips randomly around the page. Like so. Now, obviously, as always, I'm using felts today, but you could do this in watercolour, which would be quite nice. Pencil crayon, wax crayon, doesn't really matter. Whatever you've got available to you in your house. Okay, so there is our watermelon design. Now I'm going to add something a little bit extra to it, so come back in a minute and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so what I've done is I've got my watercolour palette, which is a little bit messy, but I've added some water to the red, quite a lot of water because we want it quite runny, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to hold the brush over and just tap it. So we are going to add some splodges over, covering everything else in its path. Then we're then going to, so we've used red, we're now going to use some green, keeping to the colours that are on the watermelon. Tap it. Okay. The bigger the brush you use, the bigger the splodges. And obviously the more water you have on there, the bigger the splodges. A good idea that if you're going to do this inside, you put a cloth on the table. Okay, so there we have it. Our watermelon with some paint splat. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.